Hello, all. I am here to recap episode 4, the first eviction episode of the season. There was so much. So much. Okay, I have the list over here. Okay, so the episode started with the end of the eviction ceremony where Jimmy had went off on Keanu. That was so funny. I love that. Anywho, Keanu went and talked to Vince to be like, hey, did this really happen? Long story short, Keanu and Jimmy made up. Jimmy said he's still gonna gun for Keanu regardless of the fact. He just won't be as blatant and outward with it. So I think that's a better idea, Jimmy. Let's not, go ham at the veto ceremony, and it's not even your veto ceremony. Also, looking back, Kelly is having a hard time being on the block, even though she volunteered to be on the block. We saw in the live feeds where she was just like paranoid, talking to everybody, trying to get them to say they would keep her. And it, I guess, hit her harder than she thought. She's a little bit quirky, and we're learning those things as we're getting to know Kelly on the show. But yeah, I think she'll be fine. Mickey, I love her comment about getting a physical threat out now while they're on the block and they least expect it. Yes, I'm with you. Again, my prediction, watch previous videos, was that I wanted Zay to go. Let's see. The BB Blockbuster. For some reason, I knew it was going to be a game that took brains. And I think Kelly was the only one that could do that. So this game was really hard. I don't even know if I figured it out. I wish they would have talked about it afterwards. But essentially you had to, it's called ransom note. You had to figure out the clue that was scrambled. And then you had to pick the item that it was referring to and take it to your podium and click in, buzz in. So Kelly got it. I don't think anybody else was close, but Kelly got it, and it was a crown. So don't know what the clue was. The only word that I got was with. The rest of them, yeah. So happy that my prediction was correct, that Kelly was going to win the BB Blockbuster and take herself off the block. So then that leaves Zay and Amy. And like I said, anybody against Amy is out because nobody wants to go against Rachel yet. So my only tip is that Rachel, you needed to help Amy practice her speech because that was just all over the place. Zay was even more put together than that. So Rachel, please practice with Amy if she ever gets on the block again to have her speech be a little bit more concise, organized, and to the point. As far as voting goes, a lot of the votes made sense, even though we were still confused on who was going to vote where. They made sense once the vote came out of their mouth. Except for Riley. He voted against his burger brother or burger boys, whatever their alliance is called. He voted against him. Man. That was one I was surprised about. If you join me on my live, which hopefully I'll be able to post on the Tubular app. I love it, Nicolette. Tubular. I love it. I was like, my mouth dropped when I saw that he voted against his friend. And then Zach crying. He had a full on, he was crying as if somebody took his food and he was a toddler. Really, dude? I mean, I understand. You do get close to these people fast because you're with them 24/7, literally. But I mean, he was literally bawling. So Obviously, Zay went home. Great episode. Let's go for the editing group. Great episode. Everything was on point. It touched on several things that we had either seen or heard about in the live feeds. I appreciate that because sometimes, as a live feed watcher, I don't know the full story, and sometimes you're trying to piece it together, and we obviously speculate. That's what we do here, and we have either speculated wrong or right. But yeah, I like how they touched on all that. To me, the game has officially begun. People have kind of, some people have drawn a line in the sand. We'll see if people figure out that Riley voted against Zay. I'm not sure if they'll figure it out at this point, just because people were unsure at first and there was no definite like, oh, Zay is definitely going home. So that'll be interesting to kind of explore that piece to see if they figure it out. And then it'll be interesting to see who is the next HOH. I heard that feeds are down right now because they are doing the HOH competition. It is only 9:30 p.m. there. So we will see. Next up, I'm going to post my predictions for HOH and what I want to see happen. Bye.